Hello and welcome to Point of View. 6 months after its last launch in August 2021, the Indian Space Research Organisation ISRO finally carried out another orbital mission on February 14, 2022. The Valentine's Day launch deployed a Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle or a PSLV-C52 rocket that blasted off from the Satish Dhawan Space Centre on India's east coast. The launch was the first orbital mission from India since the failure of the country's more powerful PSLV-Mk2 rocket last year. Today's gorgeous dawn launch saw the nearly 146-foot tall or 44.4 meter tall launch PSLV rocket lift off on Sunday with India's EOS-4 Earth observation satellite weighing 1,710 kilograms headed to a sun synchronous polar orbit of 529 kilometers. Along for the ride were two secondary rideshare payloads, including one built in the US in partnership with science institutes in India, Singapore and Taiwan. EOS-4 is a radar imaging satellite designed to provide high-quality images under all weather conditions for applications such as agriculture, forestry and plantations, soil moisture and hydrology and flood mapping. The launch marked the first flight of a PSLV since last February, a slowdown in India's launch cadence partially blamed on impacts from the COVID-19 pandemic. India has launched 53 PSLV missions since 1993, flying as many as 6 times in a single year after finding a niche in the international launch market to deliver small and medium-sized satellites into orbit. But India has launched just 3 PSLV flights in the last 2 years. The pandemic forced India's space agency to pause launch preparations. As a result, many of the kinds of satellites once launched by the PSLV have now moved to other rockets, primarily SpaceX's Falcon 9 and emerging launches from companies like Rocket Lab. India's PSLV is capable of delivering more than 3,850 pounds or 1,750 kilograms of payload to a 386-mile high or 622 kilometer high polar orbit, placing its lift capability above that most of the commercial small launch companies, but well below SpaceX's Falcon 9. India flew PSLV's most powerful configuration called the PSLV-C52 with 6 strap-on solid rocket boosters. The boosters and core stage motor, also burning pre-packed solid propellants, generate around 1.7 million pounds of thrust to send the rocket downrange over the Bay of Bengal. The rocket's liquid-fueled second stage, a solid-fueled third stage and a fourth stage guide the payload into orbit, steering the rocket southeast, then south to avoid flying over Sri Lanka. Today's launch was declared a success by ISRO. India has broken the jinx. Here's wishing India and ISRO many more successful launches this year and beyond. On behalf of 1.3 billion Indians, I do hope the new ISRO chairman, Dr. S. Somanath, really turns the Indian Space Agency's fortunes around and make it a space power to be reckoned with. That's a wrap. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.
PSLV-C52 EOS-04 mission is fully accomplished.
The mission of PSLV-C52 EOS-04 has been successfully accomplished.